Friends, welcome to another episode of Team Jesus Outdoors. Hey, we've got a little bit different type of video for you this week. Yesterday I got to do some filming over at the Michigan Walleye Tour weigh-in. So this week we're going to share with you some of the highlights of the Michigan Walleye Tour weigh-in. Hey friends, this video is a little bit on the long side, but make sure to stick around to the end of the video. I've got just a few things to announce, real quick announcements at the end of the video. Hey guys, make sure to smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure to check out the links that I've dropped in the description in this video.
How is pre-fish? How does this compare to what you guys got in pre-fish? Is 20 pounds about what you think you can do?
Okay.
So Lance, it seems to me that the Michigan Walleye Tour this year has a little different feel to it.
Yeah, you know,
Am I off? Am I?
well,
Is that my imagination?
Actually, lots of things, right? New leadership at the Saginaw Bay Walleye Club and Michigan Walleye Tour, so a new group in charge.
Okay.
Completely new tournament committee, a new MC, my smiling face. We'll see how that goes.
I'm excited about that part.
I am too. Brand new trailer.
I saw the trailer.
And probably
some B-roll footage of it.
Probably the toughest fishing we've ever seen on the Detroit River for Michigan Walleye Tour.
I agree. That was my second question for you. Is what's with the fishing this year?
I don't know.
It's such an early spring. It seemed like it was going to go.
I don't know.
It seems like it should have been on fire 2 weeks early this year.
It seems like the guys who are catching them are doing one of two things. They're either moving from spot to spot and catching one here, one here, one here, or they're staying in a spot and just grinding for 8 hours.
Yeah.
There are a few, every once in a while you hear of a guy who got a limit in a couple hours. That's very, very rare right now. I've been guiding every day since last week, and it's just been tough. You've been out there. It's just been hard. Some guys are getting them, so it's not like we're not catching fish, but it's just different. And it'll be really curious to see these guys who've been pre-fishing. And the difference between a tournament guy and a guy like you and I is they're looking for those 5 bites, right? They're looking for those 5 best fish. Yeah. You and I are trying to get 10, 12, 15, 20. We're just trying to have a good time.
Size doesn't matter.
Size doesn't matter.
We don't want the 6-pounders.
I don't know about that. Definitely not as bad as these guys.
We want to take home and eat.
We just want fish, right? We want to keep our customers happy, keep our friends happy, have a good time on the water. So it'll be curious to see how these guys... Yeah. A lot of these guys that that I know have been fishing this river for 35, 40 years. I'd be curious to see what they come up with and how they handle the situation.
I agree. The only days that I've had actually good days out here now are days that I've found school of fish, stayed with them, making the 100-yard troll. You know what I mean? Yep. And
that's it too. And
stayed with the school, got your 3 or 4 out of that school, went and found another one.
If you're and the frustrating thing, if you're watching side scan, you're watching sonar, there's fish here. Yeah. We're fishing over fish. And they just don't want to bite.
I've seen bait since the beginning of the month.
They just don't want to bite. So it's going to happen sooner or later. Right. Let's hope it happens today. And these guys put a lot of time and effort into tournament fishing. There's a lot more to it than just glitzy boats and sponsor stickers on the side and a weigh-in trailer. Yeah. These guys put their heart and soul into this and fishing for hours and hours and hours to get those 5 right bites. And hopefully the river will be nice to him today.
Hey, so you and I talked about over lunch the other day. There really isn't. I mean, I'm an old bass guy. Yep. I still follow the bass stuff pretty hard. Yep. The guys are on the Sabine River right now in Texas. There are bigger bass tournaments today than ever, and arguably more of them. Yep. More pro trails today than we've ever had. Where's the pro walleye trails gone?
They're gone. There is a new idea coming, and those guys are here this week. That the head-to-head, the PWS, the Pro Walleye Series, that's got a chance to get some momentum. The problem is, and I'm a fishing educator, and I focus on walleye fishing. But the problem is, I think sometimes, Johnny, we've made walleye fishing too hard. A guy can go 3 hours after work with a 14, 16-foot boat, and grab a spinning rod and a casting rod, a bag of worms, a couple Ned rig heads, and he can go catch some bass at his local lake. We make it talk about kicker motors and line counter reels and calibrating line counter reels and offshore planer boards. I don't think there's as many guys who get into it. And something that we talked about this at lunch, something that I don't want to say I don't like it because that's not the statement, but we've kind of outpriced the normal angler out of tournament fishing because I'm not going to come to Detroit in an 18-foot boat with a 90-horse motor. Yep. To compete with somebody with a 22-foot boat and a 400 horsepower motor. I can probably compete on Detroit, but I can't compete on Saginaw Bay or Lake Erie. Yep. So the walleye market is kind of price themselves out, and we don't see the small lake stuff like bass fishing. Like you came up through a series, right?
Yeah.
Where you fish some smaller lakes,
Yeah.
right? And you have a chance to develop that way. We don't have anything for walleye fishermen yet that lets the grassroots guy get into tournament fishing, have some success, then work his way up to that bigger boat, next tournament trail, work his way up. We don't have that yet. Hopefully, I know the PWS, the head-to-head, they're really trying to do that.
Okay.
So hopefully that'll come to fruition. Because it'd be nice to get all of the best from around the country in one spot a couple times a year. We don't have that yet.
The other thing that Bass is, BASS as an organization, Bass tournaments in general, the other thing they're doing way better than the walleye guys. I don't mean to critique.
No. It's
When a guy now hits his rookie year on the BASS trail, he is an educated angler.
correct.
He's I would say 75% of them now fished in high school on a high school team.
Yep.
85 to 90% of them on their rookie year fished in college.
Yep.
And if you spent 4 years fishing the college trail versus a guy who just fishes derbs,
Yep.
on the weekends or whatever, you come in there with a master's degree where that guy comes in there with a GED, right?
Yep.
So these guys now, these rookies hit the trail. The last bass event was won by a first year rookie.
Yeah, and that's fishing information is easier to get now than ever.
Yeah.
Right. I just don't see the guys. We make walleye. I don't see guys applying all that stuff to small natural lakes. Right. There are huge amounts of places that are loaded with walleyes, small reservoirs, small lakes, inland lakes that you don't need a big boat. And I just don't see the guys just fishing there, right? But in our part of the world, it's Detroit River, Saginaw Bay, Lake Erie, St. Clair River, Burt Lake, Mullet Lake, Houghton Lake. But there are thousands of lakes in Michigan that have walleyes in them that you just don't see a lot of guys walleye fishing. I don't know. I don't know what the disconnect is between the walleye guys and the bass guys. I think a lot of it is the ease, and I think a lot of it is the equipment that we. You're an educator too, and sometimes we talk about some stuff, and the guy's like, "Holy crap! To go walleye fishing, I got to spend $5,000," and you don't, but we make it sound like you do.
Right.
So, I hope at some point there comes a circuit along that is a small boat circuit, maybe limited horsepower, only fishes small lakes, has boundaries, allows for minimal pre-fishing. So the normal everyday guy can fish it, have some success, and find out how much fun tournament fishing is.
Yeah. In the real heydays of bass fishing tournaments, in my opinion, late '90s, early 2000s. I mean that you're gonna be hard pressed to find someone to argue with me on this. But back in that day, the old Red Man series.
Right. Yep.
You were still
knew about
you
that,
were still interested in
Absolutely.
bass back in those days. The old Red Man Trail, if I remember right, they had a 150 and below circuit.
Yep.
And then they had a 150 and up.
Yes,
circuit.
and we definitely don't want to stop progress, right? I don't want the manufacturers to stop building bigger and safer motors and boats, and that's part of it. But we have to get to a point where we give the people that don't have that stuff a place to compete, to learn, to get better, and then maybe progress up. So that's kind of my hope. The Michigan Walleye Tour kind of is that. We fish really one big tournament out of Augrey where we really got to run. The Detroit River's here. We have a tournament on Burt Lake, right, which is a small inland, big inland lake, but an inland lake, right?
Fishable in a
right. So there are
17-foot boat.
opportunities here. It's a three-man team, so that you can split the entry fee between three guys. You don't have to fish all four. You can pick one tournament and just fish one of them. So it's 3 anglers, 6 rod limit. So two anglers still have 6 rods.
So even when they're trolling,
they're not at disadvantage, right?
Okay.
And a lot of guys like 3 guys in the boat because now 2 guys can fish, 1 guy can drive.
Yep.
So you can do it with 2 buddies and one of the sons, or however you want to do it. So there's lots of opportunities at the Michigan Walleye Tour to actually do this and actually learn and get your feet wet. And again, a great group of guys that run it. The Saginaw Bay Walleye Club is awesome. It's where I started. It's where I got my feet wet tournament fishing, and it's just a great place to go. So it is kind of that entry-level circuit that I don't think a lot of people really know about.
Would you argue that Michigan Walleye Tour is right now the premier circuit in Michigan?
I would tell you it's a premier circuit in Michigan without question.
If you can answer that unbiased.
No, without question. And I would tell you, in my opinion, traveling all over the country fishing tournaments, I'm going to tell you, it is still the premier team tournament circuit in the country.
Okay.
You look at the guys, you go back to the roster of the Michigan Walleye Tour guys starting in like 96 when it became a full tour, and you go back through in 96 all the way up to today, and you look at the Michigan Walleye Tour graduates who've won PWT tournaments and championships, who've won NWT tournaments, who've won NWT championships, who succeeded in the RCL and the FLW Tour on the walleye side. A lot of those guys cut their teeth and learned their walleye fishing chops right here at the Michigan Walleye Tour.
Okay.
So it's pretty legit circuit.
I'm excited about today's
I am
event.
too. I'm a little nervous.
I love I'm not.
I am.
I'm not. I'm going to set up the camera and sit down.
I'm a little nervous. So
you're a natural at this, so you'll be fine. I'm excited about the trailered weigh-in.
Yep.
I think that it's more exciting for the angler, really. Than,
and
it is something for the crowd.
It's a good benefit for the sponsors. It's a good benefit for everybody. And again, if you don't really know what walleye fishing is about, come to one of our weigh-ins, watch the drive-through weigh-in.
Yep.
I'll find one of the guys. Well, that's a cool boat. Find him when he parks his boat. Talk to him. These guys are willing to talk. They're willing to share information, how they rig their boats, and what they're using, and what they're doing. They're willing to do that.
Right.
So,
well, I agree with you.
All right.
Hey, I'm gonna let you get back to your duties. I appreciate you stopping.
All right, but I always enjoy talking to you. I always enjoy talking to you.
Catch it for lunch again soon.
Thanks.
I owe you on the next one.
Okay.
What's the story out there today?
Just picking away.
Yeah.
Just picking away. Didn't get any really good big bites, but we worked hard all day. Got an awesome team, and we did all right.
We're gonna see a bag over 30, you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody always gets into them real good.
Okay.
I seen a few good fish get caught early this morning.
What's the story, fellas?
Tough bite today.
Yeah, it's same all over.
Yeah, it was a grind. You know, we got our 5 to weigh, but it was a grind.
Yeah.
We had to work. There's no doubt about that.
You're gonna see a decent bag, you think, before it's over?
I don't think so. No, I think if you've got 25 to 30, you'll be doing pretty good.
What's the story, fellas? Rumor has it it's a grinder.
It is. Ask Roy. He's got all the answers.
Yeah. Nobody's got all the answers. Nobody's got any of the answers.
No answers today. It's tough.
It's only 26 leading, man. That's bad this time of year.
Yeah.
That is
I don't know what
bad.
happened. There was females all week, but not today. Not for us anyways.
If you're a walleye fisherman, you've heard about the Detroit River, and we get a chance to have this little gem right here in our backyard, and always kick off the Michigan Walleye Tour here in April, because here in Michigan, one of the only places that are open this early in the season are the Great Lakes. So we always kick off the Michigan Walleye Tour season here in Detroit. The Michigan Walleye Tour big fish record was set here in 2016. The record was set in 2001 of 12.73 pounds. It lasted until 2016 when it was broke here in Detroit River with a 12.93. So we'll see if we get any big fish this year. I'm guessing from pre-fishing, probably not going to see a 13-pounder. No. Not even close, some of the guys say. So we'll see, but they are definitely out there. So all of our teams had 132 teams. Okay, right around 132, 133 teams. A little over 130 teams. Chance to fish all 32 miles of the river. Could not go out to Lake Erie this year, something that we fight about almost every season, but we'd like to keep the guys in the river and see what's going on in the Detroit rivers. Stage left, right side of the scale. We have certified all the baskets. We've got 8 different weight baskets. We just certified them. You ready? Team number? 95? Yep. We've got a hanger basket right there that you can come right in front of me. There you go. Right to Jeff, then come on right over here. Jody Coulter and Matt Gunn. And you are? Jared, nice to meet you, buddy. Yeah, good. 5 fish, 5 alive. We got 5 alive. The ones look like 5 just normal average fish on the Detroit River. And our first weight of the year, 8.02 pounds. Team number 2. We got Mike White coming up. Mike's got a nice fish.
Dude, that was like nuts.
All right, Mikey, hand your basket right there to Jeff, then slide back over. Nice basket of fish. Wow, we're gonna have a new leader and a new big fish leader. Nice work, Bubba.
Thanks a lot, Lance. Appreciate it.
Good work. We're gonna see a big basket here. 26.10. Grab a big one out of there. That's a big basket, the way things have been going. I'm gonna ask Mike where he's fishing and see what he says.
The river.
And then Detroit River somewhere, right? Yeah. All right, we're gonna have a new big fish leader here. Team 2. Gonna be a nice one. 7.49, 7.5 pounder. You're pretty happy with that.
We're really happy with that, yeah.
How many fish that size you catch in pre-fishing?
0.
Team number 9. Jeremy Messerschmitt and Mike Smith. I got both of them coming up. You guys both slide up here. 5's the key. 5's the key. Hand your basket right there to Jeff and then slide back over here. So Mike and Jeremy, good to see you guys. It's been a long week. Pre-fishing, I bet?
Yeah. Definitely been a long week. Tough bite, but we ended up finding some good ones today, so let's see what we weigh.
So we got 5 fish, 5 alive. Another nice basket. 17.39, right in there. I think that's gonna be a good number this week.
We'll take it. It's been a tough bite, but we'll take it.
All right, here. Dean Allman, Jacob Allman, and Seth Thorson, and you are?
I'm Joel. It's Seth.
Oh, so you're Joel. Okay. What happened to Seth? There you go. 11.98. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. How many? What's your team number, Rick?
75.
Team 75, David? 5 Fish, one of our sponsors, one of the guys you need to know if you are a walleye fisherman in Michigan. Our good friend Roy Miller from Fat Boy Jigs. Where's the Fat Boy come from?
I don't know. I don't know.
Careful. 14.16. Talk to me a little bit.
We struggled. We fished next to the leaders, and they got the bites. We didn't. We just need 5 more bites, obviously. But it is what it is.
Tough day, right?
It was. Good day. No wind.
What's the plan for tomorrow?
Same thing. Just go grind it out, see what happens.
Alrighty.
Hey guys, so here it is. I got 3 real quick short announcements for you. Number 1, for those of you that are interested, I'm going to leave a link in the description below to the Michigan Walleye Trail website. Make sure to go and check out the website that should now have the winning tournament weights from both days of the tournament. Here's the most important takeaways that I've found from the tournament. First of all, the tournament leader at the end of day 1 only had 26.10 pounds. For April 10th, in a tournament of 130 plus boats with hundreds of Michigan's best walleye fishermen, it should be taking 30 to 40 pounds a day to lead an event, not 26 pounds. And secondly, you'll notice at the end of day 1, there were only a half dozen teams that had at least a 5-pound fish. Friends, if you do not traditionally follow walleye tournaments, trust me when I tell you, those numbers are absolutely crazy for a big tournament on April 10th. Go back to any given year and you'll find much, much bigger weights than that this time of year. Friends, the second announcement, don't forget, we are holding a big Bondi Plastics giveaway. We're giving away a $70 plus package of Bondi Plastics and Fat Boy Jigs to one lucky winner that will be drawn randomly from our Patreon supporters. If you're not currently supporting us on Patreon and you'd like to, you can go to our YouTube homepage, which is Team Jesus Outdoors on YouTube. And there on our homepage at the top of the page, you'll find a link to our Patreon account. Or you can go to teamjesusoutdoors.com, and at the upper right hand corner of the page, there's a drop down menu, And if you hit that drop down menu, you'll find a link to our Patreon account. But guys, one lucky winner is going to be drawn randomly from our pool of Patreon supporters for a pretty nice tackle assortment. Hey friends, last but definitely not least, my pastor at Metro City Church, Jeremy Shasso, preached an absolutely incredible message this week. I'm going to leave a link in the description below to where you can find that message on YouTube. I really encourage you to follow that link and watch Jeremy's message on YouTube from this past weekend. Friends, thanks for watching Team Jesus Outdoors. Thanks for all your support. I love meeting you guys out at the ramp and saying hi to you guys. Thanks for everything you do. Thanks for smashing that like button. Thanks for sharing our videos on your Facebook and your Instagram platforms. Friends, God bless. Tight lines. We'll see you on the river.